Hi everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom in Food. And today's little topic, it might not be a long one. This might live with the oil one because they're both short. Will be sitting through it. The it being the trigger, the craving, the need, the jonesing, the whatever it is for the it. Trust me, with a craving, if you give into it, it's only going to set up another craving, another crash, either a carb crash or a sugar crash in a little short while. And the craving will be for the next same item or the same carbagey, sort of sugary, not necessary in your food plan, most likely not tracked item. So sitting through it, it is a skill, it is a tool, and I hope that you have begun to work on this sort of thing. So when you are confronted with it, you do not cave. You don't want to cave. You know how you feel when you cave, right? And you don't have a license to eat whatever you want. Sorry, you didn't get that card. You might be able to spend all the money you want because you have a more cushy position in your financial world than a lot of us. But you didn't get the card to eat whatever you want with nobody's permission but your own. You didn't. Not if you're watching this video, not if you're a member of Weight Watchers, not if you're a member of another sort of food plan, not if you're just doing it on your own and trying to figure out how you can lose weight and eat wonderful foods that are nutritiously dense. You can't. So sitting through it requires you to figure out what it is that's going to work for you. I know one woman that said she sets the timer for 10 minutes on her kitchen stove, and she just gets busy doing something else. Probably for me, eating low carb, high fat, I'm telling you, takes care of a lot of the cravings and triggers. It really, really does. But when I used to have cravings, or when whatever it is, I take a bottle of Windex, and I take a couple of paper towels, and I go to town on corners and rims and ridges and smudges and things that would make me nuts in another time, and I just go to town with it, and I just start cleaning away little crevices and things like that, that in the light of day, see, when I'm doing most of my stuff, it's in the wee hours of the morning, and the smudges and such aren't as obvious. But right now, the sun is shining through the windows that could be washed. So if I have a craving for something, I am going to do a little something for the 10 minutes, or have a glass of water, or change the channel. And I don't mean on the TV, I mean in your head. Just say, this happens, it passes, I'm going to get through it. Because you know you're going to feel a whole lot better in 10 minutes. Cravings do pass. But if you let it fester, that's you allowing it. You are sprinkling your addiction on top of that festering craving. And it will not be denied at some point. And if you have that garbage, that thing that is garbage, it's only going to set you up. It's going to spin you up with the blood sugar spike, and then it's going to crash you down, and you're going to want more. Because that's what this does to us. Now, if you're somebody out there that can eat whatever you want in moderation and enjoy food, I don't even know why you're watching here, because this isn't about that. This is about those of us that have an addiction to food, to more, to not enough, to more sweet, to more carby, to more licking the salt off the Dorito, to splitting the Oreos in half and licking the inside before you eat the chocolate cookie, to looking at the entire sleeve and saying, I'll just stop at one of the rows. I won't have the entire bag this time. That's who I'm talking to here. And when your cravings start, did you notice that I mentioned only carbagey things? Since I switched to low carb, high fat, which I'm not telling you to do, but all I'm saying is that the fats in my diet satisfy me. They create something in me that does not make me want to have any more junk. I was as addicted as the next person to things like cake, especially cake and frosting. That was it at the end. But also things like pizza and breads. And then I'd have to have a certain little sandwich, and I'd have to have a certain chip with it. And even when I was doing Weight Watchers, I might have been measuring and weighing out what I was having, but I was still having it because I was still craving it. So I'd look forward to it. Now I look forward to my salad filled with nutritious dark leafy greens, some feta cheese crumbled on it, some of that crumbled riced cauliflower that I just went to Trader Joe's and I got 3 organic riced cauliflower frozen bags and 2 fresh bags. I am so in heaven. Then I got 2 containers of the little mozzarella balls that are filled with cream. I don't know what they taste like, but they were in the flyer. And I went there 4 times this week for those things and they weren't there. So I bought them, two containers of that, and 2 of the riced cauliflower that's fresh, and 3 of the riced organic cauliflower that's frozen. But I digressed again. So those are the things I crave. Sometimes I crave scrambled eggs with some things like Munster cheese melted on it, raw Munster cheese, or raw cheddar melted on it, along with a tablespoon of organic cream cheese. These are the sort of things that I crave now. I'm not craving the junk. Junque. Sure, I'll give it a fancy French name. That's not what I'm craving anymore because I'm getting enough fat in my diet. I'm convinced of that. I mean, at least that's how I feel. But when you have a craving, trust. You have to trust that it will pass, that you can get through the craving safely without something. I'm not necessarily recommending you eat something at it because I think that that's continuing kind of a bad habit. But going through it, looking at your emotions, what is it that you're really trying to feed? If you're really truly hungry, maybe a scrambled egg, maybe a hard-boiled egg, maybe a string cheese, maybe a piece of fruit, which I wouldn't recommend because of the sugar, but if that's what will work for you, maybe a tablespoon of a nut butter. Oh, there's nothing more divine. I don't know. I'm just saying that if you have that craving, to sit it through, trust the process, really. A trigger and a craving. The trigger to me is the visual. So if I was sitting there watching an ad on TV and it was showing like one of those pieces of pizza the way they probably filmed 50 times to get it to look just right, with the cheese that just, doesn't separate from the other 7 pieces in the box of pizza, that sort of thing, that's a visual. That is going to trigger me. But the cravings are what happens after. The cravings sit in my head and begin working on me to eat that. You want to eat that. You're not going to be hurt if you eat that. Come on, it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. You'll work it off. You'll go without the potato you were going to have. You'll go without the sweet potato that you were going to have. You'll give up the crackers you were going to have with the nut butter later. You start bargaining with yourself. What's in your tracker? Is whatever you're thinking of putting in your mouth in your tracker? I don't think you were listing a donut in there. I don't think a donut was in your Weight Watchers Smart Point tracker, was it? It's not in my Lose It tracker. And so sit it through. Get past it. Time it for 10 minutes. Do something for 10 minutes. Go clean your bathroom. Go clean your toilet bowls. Go clean your sink. Do something busy working, productive, and you will get through those 10 minutes and be so glad you did. Some little task around the house, job well done. Yeah. And then you'll feel proud of yourself for making it through. It could come back again. Just do it again. Mind over matter. Mind over matter. I know you can do it. I know you can be a success. Don't crave to it. Sit it through. Or busy yourself through it. But do not cave to it. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Now you can keep calm and carry on with your day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.